back to Just What I Do. Hope you're having a great day. Today's weather is just amazing. This past week's weather has just been amazing. I hate the cold weather. If you couldn't tell by that last video, that was a full-on rant over the cold weather. But I am a warm weather person. Right, Bubba? What about you? You like the warm weather better too, huh? Where's your sister? Where's the honey bunny? Where's the honey bunny? Honey bunny! Honey bunny! There she is! I haven't seen the pups in a while. It's only because when it's cold out, I don't leave them outside very long. They get super cold. I'm always worried about them getting too cold. But anyways, it's a glorious day. Super warm and toasty. And these 5 are happy. Pups are happy because it's warm. I'm happy because it's warm. But I am just impatiently waiting for spring to come along. I want to start planting. I want to start doing more things outside. I need a new IBC tote. I might do a dry pour concrete slab to set it on. What's an IBC tote? Some people don't know. I need some sort of rain catchment barrel tote. Something. That's what's left of an IBC tote. It's falling apart, and the things I built to put it on are just falling apart. So I need a new rain catchment barrel thing. May do a small dry pour concrete slab right there just so it stops shifting. But I don't know. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. It's just something that I'm waiting for spring to hurry up and get here so I can do these things. And so we can do more things outside. Right, handsome? Oh, toasty weather, huh? I know mine. Here and Oliver. Yeah. But everybody's doing good so far. But that's not completely what this video's about. This video's about the truck still. I did figure out how to get codes off of it, engine codes. And here's the problem with that. I've got an OB2 machine. OBD2 machine. Now, it was made before 1996, which means the OBD2 machine will not work. You need an OBD1. Obviously, I don't have that. And all the ones I wanted to get, everybody's out of. But I did find a way to be able to get codes. And that would be the key dance method. I'm not going to go into that in this video. If you want me to show you the key dance method, only works on vehicles before 1996. Let me know and I'll do a separate video. But, so I did get a few codes. I'll go through those codes here in a minute with you. But one of the codes, I believe it was code 41, that popped up. It was the torque converter solenoid. So I'm going to show you right here doing that, and then we'll talk back again in the truck. I'm not showing you how to do it, I'm just talking a little bit about it. So when I'm done showing you that, because I did this the other day, I'll come back and we'll talk more in the truck. Okay, we're going to talk in here real quick about it. Because it's super windy outside, it'll just be easier to do it in here. Less wind noise on my camera. Yes, I do have a wind blocker on it, but it's super windy, sometimes it doesn't matter. But anyways, this is the torque converter solenoid, however you say the stupid ass word. But this is it. Pulled it out yesterday. This is the old one. This is the new one. Yes, it's a little bit different, but we sat there with a guy, and word of advice, when you go to get parts at an auto parts store, always look for an old guy. The new guys suck and don't know jack shit. Just want to shove a part at you and make you leave. because when I went to O'Reilly's, he was trying to give me the wrong one. And I said, show me the picture again, and he brought it up, and the whole thing was wrong, and it was a 3-pin instead of a 2-pin in the electrical. So we went to Napa instead, and there was an old guy there, and he took the time to find one that will work. He made sure we lined up all the holes and everything, and he said this is probably hard to find because it is a 1992 excuse me, Dodge pickup, 360 engine. Anyways, he helped us find the right one. He says it might be just an aftermarket part. This might have been like an OEM part, and this is like the aftermarket part. But he says it should work because everything lines up. All the holes line up like they're supposed to, and it is a 2-pin like the original electrical. It matches down there. Don't know how well you can see that. Anyways, this is the accumulated housing that it goes on to, that I pulled up out of the tranny pan. Now, one thing you really want to make sure of, which as you can see I did, don't bust the shoulder arm. But it didn't really matter because I was replacing that part anyways. That would be this part right here. This part right here. Don't bust the shoulder arm off. Just a thought there. But yeah, so this is accumulated housing. This comes off with torque bit screws. This will go back on right here. This will slide up inside. Some torque bits screws go right here, and then the electrical clamps back down here. This runs on onto the passenger side. Again, torque bit screws, hook it like this on the side. I'll show you in a minute. But one other thing is, if you're replacing this, don't pinch or bend the wires. If you pinch or bend the wires, then you'll cause a weak spot and it'll short out and you have to do this all over again. So, I'm going to run over there with the accumulated housing. I'm not going to hook it up yet, but I'm going to run over there with the accumulated housing and kind of show you where it's supposed to go, just so you have an idea if you're doing this yourself. This isn't a how-to video. Again, this is a just what I do video because I'm still trying to fix Big Blue. So, let me take this over there, because there's a big mess under the truck from the training fluid. Tried to catch as much as possible, but you know, it happens. It makes a mess. So let me show you where this goes, just so you get an idea. Okay, we're under the truck. This is the tranny pan. You gotta make sure you don't drop this spring right here into the pan of goo. That's an important spring. But I'm just gonna pull it out for right now, just to show you where this is supposed to go real quick, because this slides up in here. That electrical piece will be put on the top right there, and this would slide up in here. Yeah, line up your screws, lines up in there. You'll want to oil the top where those rings were, just to make it easier to slide through, because it will slide through the top. You'll bolt this into place with the torque screws, and then the line goes across to the other side, and the other one gets bolted up on the other side with the torque screws. Now, just make sure to reconnect your electrical, or this whole thing is pointless. If you don't have the electrical, you snap back in. But I'm gonna clean that off a bit and whatnot, and before I go putting it back in. But yeah, so that's where the accumulated housing came from. Now just remember to watch that spring and make sure you put it back, because that helps it kick and stay in place, all the happy ass crap. But I really hope this is the problem. I'm not going to show you how I'm putting it back together, because I got the accumulated housing to put back on, the electrical to put back on, the other side to put back on of the solenoid, and then I also have the tranny filter to put back on, which just bolts with the torque screws straight up without potentially getting all nastied again. So yeah, that's where it goes. I'm gonna get busy. I may show you finished before I put the tranny pan back on, transmission pan back on. So I'm just gonna stop talking, get to work. I really hope this was the problem. Okay. Get to work. Well, got it all back in. You see, here's this side. I can't see much, but got it all bolted back in, and the filter. You go on the other side, show you the other side. Here's the other side. See the accumulated housings back in, everything's bolted back up where it's supposed to be. Electrical's hooked back up. Got the new tranny filter in. That's what that big tan thing is right there. So now it's the process of getting the old gasket off the tranny pan, which I'm not sure has ever been done, so it's a little ancient-y and is being a butt to get off. Got one side of the gasket off. As you can see, it's being really stubborn-y. We gotta pick at it to get it off. Gotta go the rest of the way around to get it all off. It's ancient. I'm trying my damnedest not to gouge the crap out of it, trying to scrape it off, because that would just cause another leak. And I need to get every little bit off or it will leak. And I noticed on the magnet that it sure is coated in fine metal pieces. Because they always have a magnet inside these to collect parts before they go into the important parts. It sure is coated. Really hope this was the problem. So that was a fun job. Yeah. So I'm going to show you really quick what it's still doing. Yeah, it says oil pressure low, but we checked with the dipstick and all that happy ass crap, and it says it's just fine. So I don't know why it's saying low oil, and the oil lamp tends to stay on. Not quite sure. But it does have enough gas, and it does, now you probably can't see, have enough battery charge. Because when I'm testing it to try and get it to start, I never let it run down all the way. And when I'm done working on it at night, I put the battery charger back on. So, all that is good. The oil pressure lamp is a little weird. I don't quite get that. But this is one of those times that I really wish my granddad was here. He would know what to do and help me and all that fun happy ass crap. But unfortunately he's not around anymore. And there's projects like this that I really wish he was. He was a really smart guy. He knew how to fix everything. But I am stumped on what the heck to do. It's frustrating. I fixed all the things I thought would be it. The ignition coil, distributor cap, spark plugs, fuel pump. I even redropped the tank, thinking maybe it was sitting in there wrong. I completely pulled the tank out from underneath the truck and checked it out. It was sitting in there funky to where it just wasn't working right. So I redid it. I made sure everything was tight, put it all back up, all that happy ass crap. And I'm still stuck in the same boat. You know, I'd really like to move on to other projects, you know? Stop smelling like a car engine, truck engine. But, it's just frustrating. I don't know what the heck else to do. And I take it to where my granddad would take it if he needed help. But the problem with that is I can't get it running. I don't have the money for a tow truck. So I don't know how I'd get it to Doug's Automotive. That's the place that he would take it if he's having trouble. But, I mean, I don't have the money for that. YouTube is my part-time gig. My full-time gig is I'm a caretaker for my mom. I try to keep my family together. and functioning. So I don't have that much money. So I don't know how much a tow truck would cost me to get it there. But that's enough sappy rambling. Hopefully y'all can help me figure out what the heck's wrong with this thing. 1 minute it was running fine, and then my dad was having some power trouble. He really had to goose the gas to get it up the hill. And then then you know, he got up over the hill, and then he was coasting down the hill, and it completely died. So I came all the way back home, thinking I was going to have to help him tow it home that day. And it fired up, we turned around, we drove it home. Thought, okay, whatever. The next day, he drove Big Blue here to work. It worked fine. He got to work, did all his happy-ass crap he does at work. And then he hopped in his truck to come home, started up, started driving home, and it just completely cut out. And he couldn't get it restarted. So I had to use the green machine, the 99 Toyota RAV4 that I rebuilt a year or two ago because of a nasty accident. I rebuilt the front end. Excuse me, had to catch my snot. But I towed him home with it. And that was maybe a month ago now. Almost a month ago. But yeah, I've done everything I thought I could. I've done things the code thing had popped up, and it's still doing the same thing. I don't understand. I'd like to take it to an auto body shop, but again, I don't have the money for a tow truck, and there's no way I'm gonna take the green machine over there, and tow it that far. You know, pull it that far. But I'm gonna stop rambling and show you again what it's doing. I can't even get it to turn over anymore. At one point I could get it to turn over, and now I can't. So let me show you what it's doing real quick, and then I will go over some of the codes that it's popping up, and maybe you have an idea. I greatly appreciate all you that are helping me. You have no idea how much this, your ideas, your thoughts actually help, because I am stumped. I am not a mechanic. I'm just trying to fix this myself and save a buck. But maybe y'all will have, I'll tell you the codes that it came up with, and after I show you, and then maybe you have an idea. Because I greatly appreciate all the comments. I know some of you have subscribed just to see what the heck's going on with this truck. But if and when we finally do get this thing running, I'm going to be ecstatic. And I hope you'll stick around to this channel, because I have another older truck that needs help too. The rear end is shot on it, but that's a whole nother project. It's, really awesome truck. It's a treasured truck. I've been offered money for it several times, and every time I say no. But anyways, that's a whole different conversation. Let me know if you want to know about that one down in the comments. But anyways, I'm going to show you what it's doing, and then we'll talk about codes. I know I said that before. I'm rambling. I hate it when I ramble. Let me show you real quick. See, still doing the same thing. Now it won't even turn over at all. See, it won't kick. I don't want to just keep cranking on it either. I don't get it. It's not the starter. You can hear, if my mouth would shut up, you can hear it kicking in and out. I think it has nothing to do with the starter. It's getting lots of fuel, because if you go out there right now, you can smell it towards the carburetor, throttle body, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not quite sure. So let me open the book to the page of codes, and I'll talk about codes real quick. Okay, this is my phone. I record when I do the engine check code thing, just so it's easier to go back and recheck and recheck. Now, the first 3 flashings of the check engine light, that's me setting it. And then after that, we count the flashes. They are 2-digit numbers. Like if it was doing like a 12, it would flash once and then do 2 times. Then flash once, then a break, and then flash the rest. So that's the way this goes. I counted the check engine light. I'm going to show it to you really quick in case I counted wrong. Maybe y'all can come up with something. So remember, the first 3 are me setting it. Then we'll go over numbers afterwards. So that's the codes it's throwing. As you can see, there is 6 codes it's throwing. Now, we'll go over them in a minute. 55, technically that's not a code, that's just telling you it's the end of the cycle, code cycle. Now, the first one you saw it throw is 12. Now, the problem with that is, there's no 12 in my book. This is the, obviously, book to the truck. I've got a better one coming tomorrow. But, yeah, there's no 12. It goes from 11 to 13. So I have no idea what the hell 12 is. Which is just great. And then it throws a 15, which is a no vehicle speed signal. Which just means, Dad's had trouble with that a few times. It just means we need to reconnect the cable. So I don't think that really matters. That would keep the engine from starting. I don't know why that would keep the engine from turning over. But yeah, so that one's, we can fix later. That's no big deal, as far as I can figure. Then it throws a 17. Engine is cold too long. Engine coolant temperature remains below normal operating temperatures during vehicle travel. Well, we've already replaced the thermostat. The thermostat is brand new in this. And of course the engine's too cold because I can't get the dang thing to start. So I think that one's irrelevant. I don't know, you tell me. But it's also throwing a code number 37. Now, that is what I just did. You saw me do a little bit ago. 37 is the torque converter lockup solenoid circuit. An open or shorted condition detected in the torque converter lockup solenoid circuit. In automatic transmissions only, and that's what this is. Well, I just replaced the torque converter solenoid. It's still giving me that code. Well, I didn't erase it off the computer because I wanted to show you. And then it's also given me a number 41. And that is alternator field not switching properly. Alternator field not switching properly. That's the definition it gives, the description. I'm not sure what the hell that means. We replaced the alternator in this a year or two ago. because I helped him pull the pulley off and install it and all that happy ass crap. So I don't know what to do next. If you have any ideas, I greatly appreciate your input. But that's where I'm at right now. Not quite sure what else to do. Wish I knew somebody besides my granddad that knew vehicles that, you know, could come over and give it a look, but I don't know anybody. That's why I'm asking y'all, because y'all have been helpful so far in your suggestions on what I should do, but these are the codes it is throwing. 12, 37, 17, 15, 41, and 55. And again, 55 is in a completion of faulty code display on the check engine lamp. So that's what we know what 55 is. But I'm not quite sure what else to do. I replaced the solenoids, so 37 is already done. There is no faulty code 12 in my book, so I don't know what 12 is. I guess when I go to Walmart later, because that's where I upload all my videos, because I don't have internet access here, I go to Walmart and I upload my videos. So that's why it makes it hard for me to do a live stream. It'll take all the data off my phone. Now, don't get me wrong, that would probably be helpful, but I don't know. And 17, no vehicle speed signal, no distance sensor signal detected during road load conditions. Now, he has had trouble with his speedometer before. He'd have to wiggle the shifter stick, or it's just because I believe the cable has come loose. If we tighten that, I think that would be fine, but I don't see how that would keep the engine from running. And then 17, engine is cold too long. Engine coolant temperature remains below normal operating temperatures during vehicle travel. I'd love to travel with the vehicle, but I can't get it to freaking start to begin with, so of course the engine coolant is too low. Temperature is too low. Sorry, be more specific. But 37 is the torque converter. 41 is the alternator field not switching properly. I'm not sure what that means. This book is extremely vague. That's why I ordered a different one. So, if you have any ideas, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. I greatly appreciate any and all comments. Even if they are doofy ones that say your fuel, you don't have any fuel, or you don't have any oil pressure, or it is what it is. Any comment's helpful, even if you just call me a dumbass that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But, well, I'm not a dumbass, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to fix it. But, those are my codes. If you want to see the key dance method, I'll do that in a different video. Just let me know down below, because it only works in vehicles before 96. So, I am stumped on what the heck to do. My brother told me, it's your fuel pump. You have to get a few of them before they actually work right. But the problem with that theory is we're getting fuel to the engine. I don't know if the fuel pressure isn't right or just what, but I know I'm getting fuel pressure to the engine. How do I know that? Because when I'm cranking on it, and every once in a while I'll hit the gas pedal to try and give it a kick, it reeks of gasoline under the hood. And plus we had that rainfall leak at that one hose that I replaced. So we know fuel is getting to the carburetor or throttle body. My brother corrected me the other day, so I don't know what the hell it is now. But yeah, I'll show you one more time. Now there's more than enough battery. There's more than enough gas. Check engine oil is still being a little weird. I'm not quite sure what the heck's going on with that. But I checked at the dipstick, and the dipstick says it's full. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Let me know what you think. Because I'm thinking maybe it's because it hasn't ran and it hasn't cycled, you know what I mean? Is why it's saying it's low. I don't know. Let me crank it, show you one more time, and then I'll end this video and hopefully someone can help me again figure this out. I greatly appreciate everybody's help. It'd be awesome if it just suddenly fired. Because when it did fire, it was spraying something in the engine. We're thinking it was oil. And then it was also throwing stuff out the tailpipe. It was throwing, it looked like oil at the time, but it was black and funky out the tailpipe. Let me show you. Okay. And that was all coming out the tailpipe. So I don't know what that is either. I don't know. Let me go back in. Yeah, I don't know what the heck else to do. I showed you the codes. That's what it was doing when I did get it started. It was running extremely rough and there was a smoke cloud coming out the exhaust, which I figured sitting for a while, that's inevitable on any engine and whatnot, so I didn't think much of it. But then we saw the stuff coming out of the tailpipe and we're not even sure what it was. Now if that was oil, wouldn't it still leave an oil slick look? I don't know. But yeah, it was blowing black stuff out the exhaust, so I'm not quite sure still, and I can't get it to turn over at all. Show you one more time and then I'll end this video. I rambled a lot. See, it just won't kick. I don't understand. The only one that I haven't done, see, there's the starter. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the starter's kicking in and out just fine. So I know it's not the starter. The only thing I haven't fixed is I don't know what 12 is, and I don't know how to fix 41, alternator field not switching properly. Not quite sure what the hell that means. This book is extremely vague. Some points it's helpful, some points it's vague. But anyways, so that's the update on the truck. I know some of y'all are really curious on what the heck's going on. I'd love to get this running again, move on to the next project. But please leave a comment down below on any helpful tips. I'd greatly appreciate it. Any and all tips would be amazing. Help me get this back up and running. So I'm gonna end this video here, I suppose. I've told you everything I know. I've showed you the codes. I showed you the engine light flashing. If I got a code wrong, let me know. Let me know if I counted wrong. That's why I recorded it with my phone. So that way I could go back and check and recheck and recheck and, make sure. And I recorded that one just now. That one you watched, the flashing codes. That wasn't a new one. I recorded that right now on my phone. But, yeah, so that's what's going on with the truck. Hopefully we can get it fixed without having to take it somewhere. I have to come up with the money to get a tow truck. Boy. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I've rambled a lot. Hopefully you can help me. If you have any ideas, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. I greatly appreciate you watching this video and helping me out with this. You have no idea how much I really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you'll subscribe and stick around even after we get this fixed. But, I don't know what else to say about it. If you have any questions, it's a 1992 Dodge Ram D250 360 engine V8. If you have any other questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. I don't know what else to do. I'm at a loss on what to do. So, I'm gonna stop rambling. Really wish my granddad was here. He'd know what to do. So, thanks again for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching, especially if you made it this far. You're amazing. And don't hesitate to leave a comment of any sort down below. And I'll catch you next time on Just What I Do. So don't forget to go out there, tuck in your crazy, adjust your crown, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for helping. Hopefully we can get this started soon. Yay, warmer weather though. I'm not out here in the freezing cold. Later, people.